Task Force Orange goes to Nationals Day 1, Game 3. This is against a guy named Chris from Gympie in Queensland. I've never played him before. He's only been playing about 12 months. He said he had done very well to make it through as high as he was in round 3. And he was having a great day, and we had a good game. This was probably the closest thing I had to a disaster, an absolute disaster on day 1, just from being greedy. So you can see his deployment there. He puts his big ships out and then squadrons last of all. It was getting late in the day and we had fiddled around and made some mistakes. He again made me first player. I chose his planetary ion cannons because with the guns it's easy to do. So you can see his Janus Light sort of at the far there against my 4 corvettes. I decided to destroy it. So that corvette managed to put a lot of damage into it, and then someone else rammed it for the death, and my corvette flipped around behind his MC-80 into the rear arc and turned around to come back. It'll deliver a killing blow in the last turn of the game. At this point, I'm already well ahead, and I could have disengaged here and just taken a 7-4 basically after I wipe out his squads, because my squad complement I was fairly confident was superior with Jan Ors in support. I could wipe out his Zeds and do all sorts of things. My VCXs are busy moving the different tokens. This corvette that's moving towards the MC-80, I had plans of it jumping into the front of that thing and ramming it and doing all sorts of stuff, which it did, but not at the right place and not long enough, and not bad timing for everything else to come and capitalize on that. And I only managed to get some hull damage out. Janus Light jumped in behind the MC-80 there. It's already got 2 hull from ramming the flotilla, the corvette, to death earlier in the day. This is the beginning of round 5. At this point, things are looking very, very hairy. I'm about to lose Janus Light. Raiken's in a scary place. It's not good. Raiken has jumped in and jumped out again, and different things. Here, that corvette that's just jumped into the side there is the one that shot his Janus Light on turn 1. And it comes down to, I had to decide at the very last minute whether I was going to ram him or what I was going to do, and he turned enough to get away from some X-Wings, but had left himself in the range of my Raiken, which put in the last damage. And I managed to kill that MC-80 with a blue hit from a VCX. So it was down to that. It was 50-50. If I had rolled a crit or an accuracy, he would have won by 60, 70, maybe 120 points. Probably 120 points by my maths, because his pickle was worth 181. And it died to the VCX in the very last second, and that was almost a disaster. I really should have just played it safe, killed his flotilla, and then run away and destroyed his fighters as best I could, and then run away. But I got greedy and very, very, very nearly paid for it badly. But as it worked out, 7-4 to me. Thanks, Chris, for a good game.